お前はもう死んでいる。
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trevor Plays here, back again with another My Hero Academia episode review. We are back to our hopefully normal scheduled review video on Saturdays here. So this is the review of the episode that came out today called Suneater, one of the big three. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite episodes from this arc because I remember reading this in the manga. And I have to say that this scene here was really, really well drawn, and the fact that how we get a lot more backstory from the big three is really cool. And I like all of the big three. Like I like them all equally. They're all really cool characters, but Tamaki stood out the most to me. So he ended up becoming pretty much my favorite out of the big three. So, like I said, I like them all equally, but Tamaki stood out more to me for some reason. And his quirk is kind of cool. It's one of those weird ones where whatever he eats, he can then use it as his ability, which is pretty cool because there's not that many quirks or any superpowers in general, I think, that operate the same way. So that's really cool, and that's why I like him so much. And his whole like backstory that we see in this episode is really, really good because he starts out as a new kid in a new school and all that. So everyone has those days where they're the new kids at school and they have really awkward introductions and stuff like that. So there's always some person or some people that don't end up talking to them, or there might be some that do, which happened to be Mirio at the time. So that's why and how they became best friends pretty much through that. And I gotta say, I liked Mirio's hairstyle. I gotta say, old Mirio, young Mirio, his hairstyle looked pretty cool. And I gotta say, I kind of wish he still had it, just a little bit. But, everyone likes Mirio now. With how he is and his quirk and all this other stuff, and just Mirio in general, he's great. The voice actor for him is great in English. I'm sure the voice actor in Japanese is really good too. Like, everyone likes a lot of stuff and within My Hero, and the big three is obviously a big set of characters that, well, it's not, it's only three of them, but still, you get to what I'm talking about. Is that the fact is that everyone likes these characters. Some like them for reasons that, are just simple reasons. Everyone likes Hato because, well, she's Hato. And I gotta say, when I did the live reaction review thing, I mentioned in there that the whole title cards that they had where they showed their hero names, I thought it was cool. Thought hers was cute. It made sense because there's that, and then we had Uraka's and Frappi's. Theirs looked pretty cool. I really hope that that's how they do that from now on. They didn't really do it in this episode, sadly, for Tamaki as Suneater. They didn't really do that, but it still was a really good episode. I will say the animation was really good. The fact when Mimic ended up using his powers and going into the concrete and warping everything, that looked really cool in the anime. I'm trying to remember how that was drawn in the manga when I read it. Like I said in the live video, the one before this, is that reading this arc in the manga was so good. I was still in high school when I read it, and it's something that just it connected. And the fact is that we're getting all these backstories with the big three, which is really cool. So we're technically not only getting Tamaki's, we're also getting Mirio's as well. Like a little bit more of Mirio, which is pretty cool. And I'm trying to remember, I don't think they end up showing how they met Hato, because I think they end up meeting her in UA and stuff. But other than that, like, Tamaki and Mirio are childhood friends. They both went to the same school. They pretty much grew up together. So they know how each other operates and stuff. So that's why when Tamaki's feeling down, Mirio is the one that picks him back up and tells him, hey, you can do this. Stop doubting yourself and stuff like that. So it makes sense. There are a lot of people, kind of me included, that feel like they're just dragging themselves down, and you just don't feel like you're, worth much to some people or yourself. So that's also another reason why I kind of ended up liking Tamaki, is because I kind of relate in a way. There were times in school when I was like, oh, I'm the new kid, don't really, there's not that much to go off of. So when you actually get to meet people and become friends with people, that's something new, it's different. It's really like, it helps people grow, and it has helped me pretty much become the person I am today. I've made a lot of friends throughout high school and also my college time here as well. So I'm growing as a person, and I really do think that Tamaki's character actually ended up clicking more with me than I thought he would. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for that part. But now, let me talk about some of the other parts that are coming up. So, like I said in these reviews, is that this arc is going by really fast than it did in the manga. Obviously, because we have to wait for the authors and everybody to get everything done by the deadlines, and then make them be available for everybody to view, read, take in, discuss, do cosplays and stuff like that. So there are a lot of stuff that goes into making a manga, and I realized that. And I realized that there are a lot of deadlines. There are a lot of deadlines that everybody has to make and do. And the fact that, Horikoshi can actually do that is really good. And except there was one chapter that was kind of rushed, but I'll get to that part when we get there for that review. But it's understandable. He was on a really, really close deadline, and he kind of just had to get it done. So there were some rough sketches of these panels that comes up later on in the series. We're not even there yet. Like, we're not even close to being there yet. But the fact that the season is going to be another 25 episodes, and we're already on episode 8, means that for the most part of this, I think maybe at least up to maybe episode 15, I'm gonna say 15. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say episode 15 is when we might get into the next arc. But I'm not quite sure, because since this is another 25 episode season, I really do think that they're not gonna make the last couple episodes the next arc. I do think that because this arc is going by as fast as it is, it will end quicker. So that's why I'm saying episode 15 maybe might be our cap of either being the last episode of the Shie Hassaikai, or the overhaul or / Chisake arc. Everyone really just calls it the overhaul arc or the Chisake arc, instead of the Shie Hassaikai, the Yakuza arc or whatever. They call it the Chisake arc because he's the main villain, he's overhaul, and it's just easier to say, really. So there's that, or you can call it the Yakuza arc, which, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So with how this arc is going and how fast it's being animated, and how just one episode can be a lot of stuff, like this whole episode that I just watched of Suneater, Tamaki, this happened within I think it either was one chapter or 2. I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been 2, just because of how the art style is, and all that. And I remember reading it, and I thought this was a really, really dope fight. And I actually, just now watching it and seeing that it was amazing. I was trying to remember if he lost the fight or if he won the fight while I was watching it, and I was going to say either way, it was still a dope fight. It was one of the best fights of this arc, I will have to say. And if anybody, has their own opinions, well, leave those down in the comments below. What did you guys think of this episode? And what do you guys think of Tamaki? Now that you know some of his backstory and you know how his quirk works a little bit more, and what do you think of him as a person, really? I would say in the near future-ish, I'm going to be doing another character discussion videos on the Big Three, and some of the UA staff and some of the villains and stuff. I'll get into all that stuff later. But I do think that the Big Three is the next set I'm going to have to do, because I did do all of Class 1A, and there was a lot of views for those, so a lot of people liked that I was talking about some of the side-ish characters. I mean, they are the main cast, but they are kind of side characters because they're just in the background most of the time. So, but thank you guys for watching those. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. I will say, if I wanted to rank the episode, I might say a 5 out of 5, and maybe a 8 out of 10, maybe. There could have been a little bit of stuff that could have boosted it up a little bit. I do think that overall, it's a really good episode. It gets you more immersed in Tamaki's story and his quirk and how it works, and then his whole past with Mirio and stuff. So it's a really good character building episode, and I love it. It's great. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. So if you unedited, so there we go. Alright, so if you guys did like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, leave some comments down below on what you thought, and if you are new to my channel and love My Hero, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video, which, like I've said, the My Hero videos will be uploaded on Saturday of the episode reviews, and whenever I get to do the Big Three stuff, those videos will be out. So stay tuned for that. And I guess, guys, I'll see you next Saturday for the next episode of My Hero. Peace.